Good evening and welcome to a new edition of Education Exchange. My name is Olivia Baker, and tonight I'm joined by Emily Dvorak and Yolanda Spears representing City High School and Lucas Elementary. These two administrators have been involved in parent outreach at their respective schools, and we'd like to begin by welcoming them to the show. Thanks for coming in. Emily, would you like to start and just sort of introduce what you do at City High School? What's your position and what have you been working on?
My name is Emily Dvorak and I work at City High. I have run their Welcome Center for the last 2 years and I'm currently still there welcoming all new students to City High.
Okay, so you're at the Welcome Center, and Yolanda, tell us a little bit about your background.
I work at Lucas Elementary. I'm the Family Resource Center Director there, and I've worked there for about 3 years. And I'm a parent of 2 kids in the school district also.
Oh, okay, great. And the two of you decided to call your program Building a Foundation for Student Achievement. Why did you decide to title it that way?
Well, Yolanda and I have spent lots of times in our current job and our previous positions with the school district working with families, and what we've seen is through the years we've been able to partner with many families, and we've realized that when we're able to partner and work with families, we're able to start this foundation that really starts to support students and their achievement throughout their school careers. We find it really important, and we just thought tonight would be a great time to be able to talk to parents and one, tell them how much we appreciate working with them, but 2, offer more tips and suggestions for how to continue to support their students.
And we found that, parents are the first child's teacher, and it's so important because they're the experts in their child's life. So we want to know what they know so that we can help them enhance all the skills that they've already taught them.
Right, because the learning's not just happening at school.
Yeah.
Right. So why are you here tonight to discuss this topic with our viewers?
Well, recently we've been able to participate in some professional development, and there was a model that was presented at one of the professional development opportunities that we had that we found really important, and we thought as school staff we get to hear about a lot of these great ideas, but as we were learning some of the things that go along with this model, which is a Hoover-Dempsey model, we realized that we wanted to share this with our families. We realized there were so many things that they were doing that fit right into this model, and we find it really important, 1, to validate what we've already been doing, what parents are doing, but then 2, to offer more suggestions for how to move forward and how to continue to support your students' success.
And in our conversations with our families, I mean, they're very important conversations with them, and finding out what their child's goals are, what their goals are for themselves as parents and as children, and all these conversations are really, really important, and that's why we're calling upon parents to help us help them, engage them in the process of their education and academic success of their children.
And we were finding that as we started talking and as we talked with other teachers and other administration and staff, we were having similar conversations across the board of how to partner with our parents, how to work with students, and again thought tonight would be a great opportunity to get this out, talk to a bigger audience, and again to share some of the things that we've had the opportunity to learn.
Great. Well, since we have the opportunity tonight to discuss some of these things, what are some of the first things that we should know about this model that you are implementing?
Well, the first thing is that it's a model that starts from the bottom up, and what it is we're working at the bottom as parents and as staff to partner to then move through the model to come to the top part, which is what we want our students to have, and ultimately we want students to be academically successful and to achieve their dreams and their goals, whether that's within school or outside of school and after school.
And we have a PowerPoint that helps highlight the information that we have that will be helpful in explaining the model to our families.
Oh, okay. Very good. Would you like to go ahead and take a look at the PowerPoint now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
If we can go to the model, and what we'll do is we'll start a little bit about the first part of this model that we want to share with parents tonight.
Okay, so this is sort of a presentation that you would potentially give to parents?
It's a lot of the information that we've taken tonight is from the Hoover-Dempsey model. It is research that was included in the professional development opportunity that we had, and it was given to staff. But again, it's something that as we sat through this night, we really wanted or sat through this professional development, we really thought about how can we share this with families, and how can we validate that a lot of what's already being done was within this model.
And with this model, all families, when we go through the points of what helps students learn, is that many of these families already possess these positive attributes, and we're just here to help families enhance their skill set and what they have available to them already at home. So one of the first things that what helps students learn, students must possess some certain attributes, and one of them is feeling confident that they can succeed.
The second one is to be internally motivated to do well in each class. The third one?
They need to know how to regulate their own learning, and
lastly, to know how to ask for help. So this is kind of at the top of this model. These are the learning attributes that through this research were found that students that were academically successful possess these 4 attributes. Again, at any given time, a student may have 2 of these, may have 3 of these, may be striving for just 1 of them. But it was things that they had found across the board, and it's things that through this model we can work towards to help students achieve academic success. And throughout our show, we'll probably talk a little bit and give more examples of ideas and strategies to move forward through this, but also just to let parents know that ultimately their students will be successful, and if they have these in mind, they can strive and maybe attain all of them, 1 of them, and there's much more that goes into being academically successful as well, but we're hoping that these 4 attributes can give parents a foundation and a framework to work with.
So these are just concrete attributes that you can show parents and say, this is what we're going to work together towards.
Yes,
parenting is a lifelong journey, and so the things that we're going to talk about tonight is something that you can build on and continue to build upon. We always are learning as parents. We always learn new things, how to handle situations and how to deal with our children's, the ups and the downs, and how to, help them, navigate through the system that we call life, either at home, at school, in the community. So these things can be taken from day 1 till, they go off to college and beyond. So
well, and you bring up college. It reminds me that, you're representing a high school, and Yolanda, you're from an elementary school. These are attributes then that we must see across the board in successful students of all ages. Tell me a little bit about that. How does this extend, beyond the elementary classroom and into high school, and as you mentioned, even college? Well,
for some of the attributes that, that they must try hard, I mean, those are really extremely important. Being able to advocate for themselves and to get more information and to ask for help. I mean, these are just things that we try to in elementary school help children do on many levels and in many ways.
And are good skills to have then throughout life at the secondary level. Able to regulate your own learning, knowing what you need, when you need it, being able to go to find teachers, email, ask questions. And to be confident in class, and whether that's just raising your hand to participate or taking it beyond the classroom and outside and really applying some of the things that you learn. And that's another thing that we really want to highlight to parents, is the things that we want to give tonight really span pre-K to well past high school and on to post-secondary or into jobs that students are doing. These will set all of our students up for more success.
Great. So speaking of the parents, what